Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? I'm in a jolly good mood. Actually, I can't find my knife. Where's my knife? Where's my knife? Where'd I put my knife? I might not have my knife. Shoot, I might have to go find a knife. We'll see. We'll see if I need a knife to open this box. I think it's inside. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. How's everyone doing today? It's the best day. It's new printer day. It's always the best day when it's new printer day. I'm having to like organize all my prints. I am, the printers are printing away. The Core 1s are doing Core 1 things. The last couple days, if you're wondering what I've been up to, I've been printing Moog parts. Moog parts? Mog? I think it's Mog. We build enough printers on this channel. And we tried building Nerf blasters. That didn't go too well. I almost got banned off YouTube. So I kind of got fearful. So instead, we're gonna build a Mog. LDO sent me the Mog kit. It's a meter long. It's got like 580 parts to print. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. And then I gotta print stuff for the next build. We gotta print stuff for the next build. What is the next printer build? Soon. And by soon, I mean tomorrow. Tomorrow is soon. For those wondering when soon is tomorrow. What is soon? Soon is soon, but it's tomorrow. So, what else? Oh yeah, we're unboxing the SNAPMAKER U1 too. I'm excited for this. I'm excited. I have heard, I don't think I've been this hyped for a printer in a while. And it's simply for the fact that like no cap, for real, I've heard so many good things about this printer that it's been like, okay, I need to get my hands on this. So SNAPMAKER reached out and they're like, hey, do you want a U1? They're now in stock. I know previously, when they reached out to me originally, I was like, oh, hey, I don't do Kickstarters. I don't promote Kickstarter stuff. When your product is the product that people go to the store and buy and it's available on shelves, I will look at it then. But I don't want like a pre-production Kickstarter promotional unit. I want like the one that if you were to buy one right now, this is what you would get. And this is what we got. And speaking of, I'm doing something I normally don't do with companies that I haven't used their product before. I have an affiliate link. I have an affiliate with SNAPMAKER. If you are interested in purchasing this printer, I do have a link below. It is an affiliate link. If you don't want to use an affiliate link, you can just go to snapmaker.com, purchase it without the affiliate link. It's up to you, but purchasing with the affiliate link does support the channel. SNAPMAKER has kind of, even though I haven't worked with them before, from seeing their interactions with the community, from hearing other people's thoughts and opinions on SNAPMAKER, it is a company that I don't mind doing an affiliate link with. Personally, I don't like doing affiliate links on things that I haven't experienced before because I kind of view having an affiliate link with something as an endorsement. So it's really awkward to endorse a product you've never used before because I'm getting a kickback now by endorsing the product by using the affiliate link. But I've heard so many good things about SNAPMAKER and the U1 and the things they're doing with open source and everything. I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not? Also, some good news for those looking to get a SNAPMAKER U1. It's on sale right now. They just started a sale today. It's 150 off. So SNAPMAKER U1 is $850 right now instead of $999, I guess. So they are doing a sale right now. So if you wish to purchase a SNAPMAKER U1 and you want to help support the channel and you want to save some money because the Lord knows the economy's in shambles, check out the link below. It is an affiliate link. Again, if you don't want to purchase it with the affiliate link, just go to snapmaker.com and check them out. But everyone, I do recommend just at least click the link. It shows that people are watching the stream and they are engaging, and you're all real meat bags like me and not one of them AI clankers. So, yeah. Okay. Woo! Oh yeah, and there's also a bunch of other stuff going on. Polymaker. Speaking of Polymaker, we do have the Polymaker giveaway at the end of stream, but also Polymaker right now has their Polypalooza sale going on right now. So they have like giveaways and like I think there's a sale too. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't actually looked at this deeply yet, but they have like this big giveaway going on right now. I don't know how it works. You got to buy stuff to enter. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But Polymaker also has this really big thing going on right now. So check it all out. Check it all out. Check it all out. And enter for the chance. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. I see that we had... was it Chromatic gifted a membership before I went live? Cheers to Chromatic. So, without further ado, let's unbox this guy. So what we're going to try and do today, we're probably going to play this the exact same we did with the Creator 5 unboxing. I'm going to even print some of the same prints so we can do direct one-to-one comparisons, because I had a lot of people ask me with the Creator 5, how does it compare to the U1? I'll let you know when we find out. So, let's get that. Also, I am really happy for the fact that okay, good. I made sure I take the labels off so I don't dox myself. I'm really happy that today isn't an absolute oven outside, because I'm gonna, after the stream ends, I'm gonna be outside playing with concrete. So, yeah. Okay, so what do we got here? The overhead camera's not on. Let me turn the overhead camera on. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do it like with the Creator 5. Today we're just gonna get it out of the box. We're gonna get it set up. We're gonna put some filament in it, and we're just gonna do a demo print that comes with it. Today is Friday. Tomorrow, Saturday night, we will get the slicer set up and we'll slice something and we'll print something that we sliced. And then on Tuesday, we'll do some multi-material testing as well. I don't have it with me. I have the spines inside. I printed that little spine on the Creator 5 with the PETG and PLA, with PLA supports with TPU flexibles. It turned out really good, so we're going to use that as a baseline test for this guy as well. So I got to get this out of the box. This is one of those, I do like how they do this where it's like, oh, it's in a bag. So you put the box in the ground and you pull the bag out. Oh my God. I will say this is heavier than the Creator 5. I think it's bigger too. I think this printer is bigger than the Creator 5, So we have some literature, an actual book. What else we got here? Should I just take it out of the, oh God, this is well packed. Oh, this is gonna be, should I take it out? It's 270 cube versus 256. Nice, so it is a little bit bigger. Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna, I don't want to destroy the box. Ah, come on. This is awkward. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to destroy the box. Let me grab knife. Yeah, the bag grips the box, I know. I gotta cut it. Oh, Gadget Kirkland knife. There we go. There we go. Oh. Haha. Also, remind me in about 2 hours to check the air conditioning. Oh. Did one of my lights fail? Uh-oh, one of my lights stopped working. Okay. If you wonder why it's a little dark, it's one of my lights stopped working. Hopefully the heat didn't get to it. Impressively well packed. Yeah, it does have actual air insulation. I will say packing is pretty well. We got the good foam. We got the good foam. We like the good foam. Oh, it's in here. Just a piece of cardboard. Just a piece of cardboard. I'm gonna keep this. I don't know what for, but I can make a pillow out of it. This is now. I'm gonna do some ultralight backpacking. This is my sleeping mat now. No joke. This would actually probably come in handy for something. I'm gonna hang on to this. I'll probably use it for something. Okay. So that's that. Looking at the manual, it has unpacking suggestions. Okay, let me get the basic stuff off, and then we'll take a look. I'm officially trapped back here, by the way, because I got the box going. It is. You want to know what it's like in the garage right now? Right now, it's not too bad. Right now, it is 27 Celsius. I have the air conditioner going. Last night, the Prusa Core 1L was at 61 degrees Celsius. It actually got up to 62, but I didn't get a picture of it. This Prusa Core 1L printing ABS was 62 Celsius last night. And it was 62 Celsius last night because the garage was 37 degrees Celsius last night. I mean, even right now, it's at 57 Celsius inside the Core 1L chamber. That's not bad. The regular Core 1s are, they're both at 50 right now. So, yeah. It's a little toasty. A little toasty in the garage. Right now, it's not. It's actually kind of nice out. But we've had a crazy, like, little mini heat wave the past couple days. And it's been hot out. Do they give us a full spool of filament? I see a box here. I see a box, and I don't know if this is a filament box or a tool box. I'm hoping it's a filament box. If not, I mean, it's not a big deal. We're gonna use the same filament that we used to test the Creator 5 so we can do apples to apples. Ooh, it's heavy. Oh. Okay, I think it's tools. That's not a filament box. Is there anything in this? No, just cardboard. Four half spools? Really? They actually give you a legit amount of filament for this? That's actually kind of surprising. Good on them. Okay. Oh shit, yeah. 4 actual spools of filament. So, versus Let me take a picture so I have a comparison for the video. Yeah, we got 4 spools of filament. You know what? We'll use the filament they gave us for the today, and then we'll do we'll use that stuff for the comparison, the apples to apples comparison stuff. Okay, what else? We got that. Another. If you do cosplay stuff or projects, hang on to this kind of foam. It's really useful for like padding and whatnot. You'd be surprised. Oh. Okay, I got tape on the bottom. Okay, that's plastic, but I'm not too concerned. There's a lot of tape that I gotta take off. How am I supposed to pick this up? Is there handles on this? Oh, there's cardboard underneath. One second. Little foam pads underneath. Nothing damaged in shipping. Nothing has been damaged in shipping, so we're good there. Everything looks all happy, hunky-dory. I want index. Bondtech just put out a thing this morning. They sent out an email this morning. Index Founders Edition should be shipping, I think, June 25th is what the email said, I think. So June 25th, if you ordered a Founders Edition, that's when you should, that's when they're shipping, it looks like. Okay, so we got some nice grippers on the bottom there. There's foam underneath you got to take out. Yeah, this thing is very well packed. Also, I do like, this is one of those little things that I love. They use the tape I hate. I hate this tape because when it rips, you get stringies everywhere, but the tape has this like little yellow part so it doesn't stick. So when you go to take it out, you just grab it. So you don't have to like, you're not sitting there trying to peel up the corner. They actually have these like nice little pull tabs on the tape. It's a dumb thing. I know it's a dumb thing and people won't care, but I like it. That means they cared. They use the proper kind of tape for this. Like, it's dumb, but I like to see it. Where are all the tools at? Oh, the tools are probably in the box. Like, it just kind of shows a little bit of extra, you know, thought into the preparation. What have you missed? We're just unboxing it right now. So I'm just going through, taking all the tape off. We have a USB on the pack, an add-on plug, and a power inlet on the back. A lot of tape on the inside. I do have some, like, not quite scuff marks, but there are some, like, it might just be cardboard rubbing on it during shipping or packing up. Like, it's not damage or anything, and it's just like there's like some scuffing, but I think that's just from them packing it up, because it's not like scratches or anything, it's like dusty. It might just be like the cardboard residue. I will say the panels do feel a bit like they could be stuck on a little bit better. The panels do feel a little like plasticky. I don't think it'll come into, it'll actually impact anything, but it is something I am noticing as I'm taking everything else off. I am noticing. I am noticing that. We do have a glass front. We do have a glass front here. It does only open a little beyond 180, or a little beyond 90. I hesitantly give it an Uncle Jesse proof rating. Yeah, so it is a tempered glass, but I hesitantly give it an Uncle Jesse proof rating. There is a bit more friction on the hinge, so it's not moving as freely, and It's going to damage the plastic though. That is something I'm noticing right now. If you look at the door, you're not going to be able to see it good. The door is hard and it's square, and then this round corner is rounded. So when you open the door, if you open it all the way, it kind of pushes into the plastic a little bit. And you can see it kind of leaving a little mark. It's a cosmetic thing, but that's just something I'm noticing. I mean, this is still the first generation of this machine, right? So, okay, so they don't lock the tool head in. So the tool head is moving, but the tool head was held in place with foam. So there's no zip ties or anything. Remove a little piece of this over the lens so I don't forget. There we go, over the lens so we can get a good image of the camera. Okay, what do we got inside? A U2? Probably. I mean, reception to this machine has been good. A lot of people have seemed to like it. There's been a lot of good word around the machine. It's selling like hotcakes as far as I can tell. Look, they even give you a free big old bag of desiccant and a shoebox. So I'm assuming eventually a U2 will come out. If they do come out with a U2, there better be a version that's in all black matte paint, like an all black matte finish, and call it the Dragon Lady. I'd totally be down for that. Do not call it the Bono. Dragon Lady is the superior U2 over that pompous British band. It does make good songs, they're just pompous. The U2 release in vinyl? No, it'll just come pre-installed on your iPhone or your iPod with no way to get rid of it. Okay, what's in the shoebox? We got SNAPMAKER shoebox. I moved my table. I moved my little table I had over here, so I don't have a table to put all this stuff on. More foam. I want colors. I mean, here's the thing. The entire cladding of this is injection molding. So, I mean, it would be possible for them to do different production runs of colors. It just, is it economical to do that? Okay. So we got our tools in here. We got stuff. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna look into the manual to see what it tells me to do. Remove the white paneling. I mean, depends how it's held on. I don't know how well it's held on. If it's just snap-on, a lot of the inside's black. The inside's all black. Are you serious? They have a, I can't really show it. They have a little cover here that you can flip over to block the camera for privacy. This is the first time I've seen this on a printer. They have a little flap here that you can cover the camera with. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little flap there that you can cover the camera for privacy. That is the first time I've seen that on a 3D printer, and I approve of that. I mean, you can always just unplug the camera, unless the firmware's set up in a way where it errors out, which this is running Clipper, so it shouldn't. But that's kind of nice to see. That's nice to see. Wait till you see the frame rate. I mean, I don't care about frame rates in cameras when it comes to monitoring a print. I care about, can I see if the print is spaghetti or not? That's how I judge the webcam. Bamboo has had this for a long time. I haven't looked at a Bamboo printer since the original X1 and P1, so. Okay, quick start guide and safety guidelines. The quick start guide is thicker than the safety guidelines. Okay, quick start guide. Let's see. So this is a tool changer, so there's a bit more to it than just take it out of the box, plug it in. We have to put the tool heads on. So let's go through this. Spare toolbox. It comes with a spare hot end and a couple other things. That's cool. Okay, so take it out. I will say the manual is pretty nice. We got color pictures and whatnot. So. Okay, so take it out. Take all the tape off. Take all that out. Okay, remove the 3 screws with the 2mm hex. I'm going to use the one I have. So it does have screws to lock it all down. Oh wait, why am I doing it this way? I gotta just go through the front. I'm like, why am I doing it all awkward like? Just do this. There we go. What am I using to switch between cameras? Yeah, I got a Stream Deck. Two. And these screws are plastic screws, so there's no real point in keeping them unless you really want to. You should have had with the cameras, the spool holders. Hate them. Need 2 hands. Yeah, I've heard the spool holders on this are a little finicky. I mean, the spool holders on this are just inert spool holders, right? Like they're just spool. It's not like they have a winding mechanism or anything in them. So I'm sure you could 3D print a more traditional spool holder if you wanted to for this, to swap out the spools. Okay. And now we got to take the 6 screws as the support brackets out. So we have a support bracket in the front and the back. Got to take these out. I do like how they have the little red stickers around them. There are RFID NFC readers inside. Okay, if you use that feature on printers, then it'd probably be advantageous to keep them. If you don't use that feature on printers, which I'll be honest, I don't, then obviously you got to stick with it. Don't they rotate and load on their own? I don't think they do. We'll see in a minute. I mean, we're going to be printing on this, but I don't see any. I do see there is a hookup on the side here for plugging in something, but I don't know what it is yet. We will find out. I haven't actually, I'll be honest, I haven't really looked into this printer too much, other than the fact that it's a tool changer and people like it. So, also we do have a back panel. This one is plastic. Okay, so we got those 2 out. Okay. Take out all remaining protective padding. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to raise the bed to get the rest out, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, this stuff's a bit annoying. I'm gonna have to raise the bed to get all that out. You know what really sucks? My recycle bin is full. So I'm gonna have to throw a bunch of this shit in the garbage. How's the setup been so far? Pretty good. There is a bit more to it than the Creator 5 if we're comparing apples to apples between these two recent tool changers. But remove the foam pads underneath, did that, did that, did that. Remove the panel from the front door, did that. Okay, so installation. Place the printer on a stable flat surface or workbench. Okay. Select the filament feeder marked L and establish electrical connect in. Plug it in. Okay. So one of these marked L. This one's R. Any hearties. And then that just kind of plug it in and then snap it on. Okay. So this one we just kind of let me just grab something just to make sure I did push it in. Okay. And then there we go. So it does have filament feeders. There we go. Oh, that was the wrong camera. I'm sorry. Click. My DVD issue, I swapped from the stock BTT macros to the AFC macros. Fine adjustment to the order. Nice. Wait for index. June 25th. The Bontech sent an email out end of this month. Okay. So we've done that. And then we have some tubes we got to install. So 1 to 1, 2 to 2. Okay. So where are me tubes? Tubes? Tubes! Ooh. Some fancy tubes. Okay. Do I use the big tube or the little tube? Because I got big tube and little tube. Insert the 4mm tubes in tool head 1 and 2. Okay, 4mm tubes. I'm assuming these are the 4mm tubes. Or these are 3mm. I mean, one will fit, one won't. These ones. And they are numbered on the top here, so it's kind of hard. 1, 1, 2, 2. I can't see what number is on the front of this. Top is 3. 3. 3. 4. 4. There we go. Yep, okay, so that's good there. And then you do the other side, which I did them both at the same time. Okay, there's that. Insert to achieve fit. This here in the filament holder. Okay, so the filament holders snap in. Okay. So these are these guys? Oh. There's a USB cable with these. Why do these all... Okay, they all have a USB cable. To achieve a secure fit, inserting the filament holder requires considerable force, which may cause the inner panel to shift during installation. Prevent the panel by pressing firmly on the inside while installing. Okay. Oh, and they're numbered too. They are numbered. So 4. To remove, press and apply horizontal force. Okay. So 4. The stickers don't line up. That annoys me. The stickers don't line up. The sticker sideways. 3, yeah, the stickers were just applied by some dude. Willy-nilly. Actually, it spins, so I guess it doesn't matter which way the stickers are, they spin. There we go, the stickers line up. Like, they don't line up. Matt, $4.99, cheers, appreciate it. Can't wait to see if you trip the same quirks that I did on it, especially since you've touched the FFC5 too. Well, we'll see. We will see. There we go. Okay. So we got the spool holders installed. Got 4 USB cables here. Okay. Move the toolhead swapper to the front to allow installation of the waste collector. All right. Move that to the front, to the waste collector. The waste collector goes underneath. Okay. That's this guy. Andy Miller gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you. Okay, so it looks like there's a side that has this little notch that faces inward. So this just kind of slides into that and just kind of snaps into place. It's a little vibratey. But it's there. If that rattles around, you could probably put a little piece of foam tape or something to keep it from rattling. Okay. Jeff Gearling's here? Jeff's here? Oh, hi, Jeff. Hello. Yeah, okay, so the waste collector is installed. Prior to installation, ensure all sliders are in their required position. The label toolhead slider must be at the far left position, while the other toolhead slider should be on the right. Okay, so let's take a look at our tool heads. Oh, there is a remove this label only when instructed. This tool head requires a different installation process. Okay. So that's tool head 1. Yeah, like literally there is a, so this one you don't do right now. You do these ones. Okay, so you make sure the slider is to that way. Okay, so it looks like that this moves. This is the latching and unlatching mechanism. Okay. See how it does that? Go left, right. You need to ensure it's like this. So you see the red, okay? So that, no, they need to be like this. So 3 like that. Are these numbered or anything? No, there is no numbering on these. It's just one has that sticker, okay? So that's that. Install the first tool head first. Remove the label. Sure the shine included, and it's Okay, so take this out. We remove this label. Okay. We need to ensure that this is over all the way. Okay, so that's over all the way. And then, how do we slide this on? Kind of just slides in and clicks, I guess, or magnets. Okay. Someone who has a SNAPMAKER U1, I recommend you buy a Pika. If you wish to purchase a Pika for a SNAPMAKER U1, check out the use code Canuck at lukeslab.com and save a little bit of money. Okay, so that's good there. The red marker on the slider should no longer be visible. That is good. I do not see, so if you do it right, the little red marker, you shouldn't see it anymore. Okay. I think by the time I total give out the accessory PRM for any given printer, you 3x the price. I mean, you got to admit though, Jeff, considering nowadays it's like, oh, you know, you buy a new hot end, maybe a filament dryer. It's not like the days where it's like, okay, congratulations, you bought an ender. First thing you do is take it apart and rebuild it with all these mods, and then it'll kind of print okay. So, the poop bin's not properly seated, push it in further. That's as far as it goes. It pops out of the track. That's in it as far as it goes. Slider should no longer be visible. Okay. Now for the other ones, proceed to install the remaining tool head. The slider should be positioned in the rightmost location and the red marker should be visible. So pop that in and then move it over. Okay. So grab this guy. Make sure that's on the right side. There we go. So these, let me check something here. Yeah, so the pins, they will move. The pins will move. So if your printer had a little bit of a rough transit, you are gonna have to check these. So for these ones, the other three, because this one locks to the left, these ones all rock to the right. So for these ones, you need to ensure that this pin is over. So it shouldn't be like that. It should be like that, okay? So over to that way, through, lock. And if you do it right, you shouldn't see the red anymore, right? Okay, so move that over. There we go. So that is all the full tool heads. After complete, the red markers on the slider should no longer be visible. We're good. Okay. Avoid manually handling the tool head swapper to pick up tool heads as it may prevent precise mounting on the rack. Okay. Rotate 2 turns clockwise to loosen the screws on the indicated position. Continuous vibration during long distance shipping may loosen belts. Before using the printer, retension the belt. Rotate approximately 2 turns counterclockwise to loosen the 2 screws on the nation. No need to remove the screws. Hold the tool head swapper and move it along the indicated path for 2 cycles. And then retighten the 2 screws. Okay. So it's asking you, because the belt tension and whatnot may have moved, they're asking you to loosen 2 screws on the belt, 2 turns counterclockwise, and then move it around and then retighten the screws. Okay. So, okay, 2 turns counterclockwise. 1, 2. One, 2. And then retighten 2 turns clockwise. 1, 2. One, 2. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dang it. I lost a print. That's annoying. I had a frickin' filament jam. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. The Core 1L just had my very first print failure on that machine in... Yeah, stop the print. Stop print. Yep. That is the first filament jam I've had on that extruder. That's annoying. Luckily, the print's only like 2 hours in, so I didn't lose too much. Okay, we'll faff around with that later. I heard clicking, and I'm like, uh-oh. Okay, hold the tool head swapper and move it along the indicated path. Did that. Tighten. Good. Okay, thread the tool head cable through the opening into that, and then put that in, and then screw it in with M2.5 16. Okay, so let's take a look here. This is garbage. This is garbage. Yeah, dang it, Coral. Where are, oh, here they are. Okay. So, this plus a USB cable. I just heard clicking, and it's printing CF08 ASA. So that goes through there, that goes through there, and that just kind of clicks on there, and then you tighten the M2.5 16. Okay, so that goes there, that goes there. I'm just gonna do these all at once. The view from the top made my brain weird. I know the orientation. The orientation is like this is the front. It's so when I hold a piece of paper like that, if it looks right to me, it looks right from the camera. But yeah, I get the whole orientation thing. I do like how many printers use USB-C with locking connectors. Like I love how all these USB cables, you can screw them in to lock them in place. It's actually kind of nice to see. Like all of a sudden, every printer uses USB-C for the tool head for power delivery and all that stuff. How many amps can you push through a USB cable? USB-C. Like these heaters are what, 30, 40 watts? M312. Nope, there's that, there's that. Where are these screws at? So these are M312. I need an M316. M312. There's that. Are these M3? M2.516. There we go. 240 watts. How many amps though? How many amps? The connector is only rated for 5 amps. Really? Oh, these screws even have a little bit of Loctite on it. That's nice to see. It's nice to see they got a little bit of Loctite on these screws even. Depends on the voltage. True. I'm assuming these are running at 24 volts. I'm assuming these tool heads are running at 24 volts because of the heaters in them. Like, it wouldn't make sense to run it at anything less. Do not over tighten the USB cables. Okay. I usually try not to. I mean, they're just holding in a USB, so you don't need to go crazy with them. Just kind of like snug them up and you're good to go. They got a little bit of Loctite on them. I think they probably screw into plastic as well, so you don't need to go hog wild. One extra screw they give you. Hog wild. Yeah, hog wild. It's always fun when you use like slang that was like one of the funniest things I loved about working at the mold shop was like all our handmen were Vietnamese. So all the people who did all the handwork, they were mostly Vietnamese. And a lot of them did not speak a lot of English, but they were good folks, But it was like when you would use like English mannerisms around them, and you would have to explain, like, you would have to explain all the fun little bullshit phrases in English to somebody who barely speaks English to begin with. Like, that guy over there, boss say he rat fucking, what that mean? It's like, oh, okay. Okay, so we tighten those. Midwest USA. Yeah, I'm Southern Ontario, so like it is hilarious. We technically have our own regional dialect where I'm at, down in like the Windsor area, because it's like, it's very close. Like I could see America from my house. Like Detroit's right there, right? So I don't sound like I'm 20 minutes from the US, so there isn't much of a dialect difference, but it's the way certain words are used is different. Okay, so we have that. Follow the same method. All the other tubes, connect the other end of the cable to the tool head. Okay. And we use the ST 2.6 screws for that. Okay. Okay. So Discord? What on Discord? What am I on Discord about? Who's adding me? What? Oh, shoot. That's what happens when I reuse the same template. Save. There we go. Fixed. Fixed. I thought I fixed it and then I didn't hit save. The downside of reusing templates. Okay, so we plug these in. So I'm assuming these just kind of obviously 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, etc. Thanks for the heads up on that. Windsor Pizza. Dude, Windsor Pizza. If you're ever in the Windsor area, next year, when, whatchamacallit, comes back to town, what's the industrial trade show? Rapid? When Rapid comes back to Windsor next year, or it's in Detroit next year, if you head over to Windsor, get some Windsor Pizza. Windsor Pizza is awesome. Windsor pizza is awesome. Untwisted. They're not twisted. The USB cables aren't. Yeah, they're. That one's good. That one's good. I'll fix that one. That one could use a little. There we go. Yeah, oh, I'm going until the moment I feel them stop, I'm done. Like, as soon as it bottoms, I'm done. There we go. What makes Windsor pizza different? It's the way it's made. So it's not quite a thin crust pizza like a New York thin crust, but it's a thinner crust than like normal pizza. So it's still a bit crispy. Like when you bite it, you should hear a crunch, but there is still a bit of dough in it. So it's not like a true thin crust, but it is on the thinner side. The cheese, you have to use a special cheese that's made locally, Galati cheese. So it's just the type of cheese. The same with the pizza sauce. The pizza sauce itself is a little bit on the sweeter side. It's like a sweeter pizza sauce. But the big thing is the pepperoni. Okay, the big thing with a Windsor pizza that makes it very, like you could tell Windsor pizza just by looking at it, is it's shredded. So there we go. So let me see here. Yeah, so a Windsor pizza looks like this. So it's shredded pepperoni. So on your pepperoni, it's shredded, okay? So it's a thinner crust pizza. You got shredded pepperoni. If you do get mushrooms on it, they're canned mushrooms too. That's just the way it is. I'm not a fan of mushrooms. I don't like fungus on my food, but yeah. I'm looking to do a coast-to-coast trip in Canada to get a detour. Well, if you're detouring down to Windsor, you're adding 8 hours from Toronto, because it's like 3.5 hours to drive down and then 3.5 hours to go back up to Toronto. So Windsor is not unfortunately that close. Insert the smooth end of the 6mm tube in the machine body through the filament tube holder, then insert the notched end into the tool head. Okay, so there's a mushrooms are delicious. If you're into fungus, I'm not. So where's the notched end? Oh, it does have a little notch on that side. Okay, that's interesting. I've never seen a notched Bowden tube. I'm not a huge, I'm assuming there's a reason for it, but I'm kind of not the biggest fan of that, because that means it's, you can't just grab like, you know, stock. Okay, so we push that into there. And this other end. Into there. Smooth that into here. Notched end into here. I mean, it does come with an extra tube though. You do get an extra tube. So. But no, Windsor pizza is really good. It's really bad for you though, because it's very easy to eat a lot of it because of the, it just goes down easily. It's a good pizza. I love me Windsor pizza. Closer related animals than plants? They are. In fact, there is a fungus among us. What's that? Oh, you want to know what? I bet you the notches are in there so it doesn't rotate. I bet you the notches are just there so it doesn't rotate. So it's a style of pizza. So there are multiple places in Windsor that you can get a Windsor style pizza. And it's won a bunch of awards over the years too. It's a very greasy pizza too, because the pepperoni is shredded. So the pepperoni like releases its grease, but it's also really good because every bite is homogeneous. You don't have that like one bite that has that giant pepperoni that like takes everything with it. Every bite is its own, is basically the same. Set for all the tubes, and then we put our connectors on. So there's 3 clips per, it looks like. Ooh, a fine addition to my collection. I can never have too many snippers. We also have a spatula. We also have a microfiber cloth. We also have a chamber cleaner, I guess. We also got a tube of white lithium grease. We also have nozzle cleaning brush and nozzle pad, and also an extra hot end. So we do, I can't get it out, but there's an extra hot end in there too. So. Jets, Detroit. Detroit style pizza is kind of close. Like Detroit style pizza is also very good. I will say, like living in Windsor and having like, there's also like places in Windsor that sell Detroit style pizza, and there's places in Detroit that sell Windsor style, I think. So it's pretty cool that like we're right, like there's 2 different styles of pizza right next to each other, and they're both really good. So. So I will say, compared to the Creator 5, the setup on the SNAPMAKER is more involved. It's not exactly hard, but there is more to the setup on the SNAPMAKER. There is more to the setup on the SNAPMAKER than the Creator 5. That is for sure. Afternoon from England. Chip chip cheerio. Chip chip cheerio, governor. It's 2 a.m. Where are you at where it's 2 a.m. right now? Are you Aussie? Australia? Where is 2 a.m. right now? No one in England speaks. I know. And I'm pretty sure that was more of a crappy Aussie accent than British. British. Oh, you got a license for that. There we go. Okay. Why am I looking at pizza? Now I'm hungry, damn it. This should be New South Wales, maybe. Okay. So we did that. We installed the clips, plug the power in, and send it. Okay, yeah, it did come with a power thing, but I'm just going to use one I already have. Okay. So, with that, the printer is online. We have one extra thing here. Let's spin this around. I got to raise the bed up so I can get the rest of the stuff out from under it. So this does have curtain air cooling. There is a curtain air cooling fan. So powered on. Ooh. Nozzle swapping on the U1 is like the P1X1. So you can't swap the nozzles that easy. I've heard of people, yeah, you said it. I've heard of people just buying other tool heads and just swapping the tool heads instead of swapping the nozzles. So unfortunately, I don't know how much the tool head prices are on this. Compared to the Creator 5, this has a extruder in each tool head. The Creator 5 only has one extruder. So the tools are just geared and the gears mesh, so the motor stays in the carriage. But in this case, the carriage is inert. There's nothing in the carriage on this machine. Okay, so what do we got to do here? What is the setup? English. Next. I am global. I am not on the Chinese mainland. Please review the terms and agree. I agree. Network. You guys don't need to see that. There we go. Uh, 247. Scan the QR code, set up later. I'm not setting up the app. We don't do apps here. Printer will perform these calibration. Multi-tool offset, calibration, heated bed leveling, vibration compensation. Start. It's homing. I do believe it is sensorless. It is sensorless homing. 65 USD per tool on the one. I mean, that's not horrible. Like, I'll admit, that's not horrible. The homing routine is very Prusa-esque, where it's dancing in the corner there to calibrate, which it has to do because it is toolless, or it's sensorless. So it's calibrating all of that. While it's doing that, let's put some filament in it, I guess. Do these spools fit fine? Will these fit fine on this? I probably shouldn't do that while it's calibrating. Don't want it to F up the sensorless by shaking it. Loosening the carriage bolts and doing the manual adjustment. I had to do that twice on mine. Oh, I'm hoping I don't got to do anything on this one. Okay, what's the screen say now? Homing calibration failed. Troubleshoot now. Please retension the timing belts and try again. Troubleshoot now. Please perform calibration only in guidance of official. Got it. Ensure all tool heads are firmly seated. Next. Show that. Next. Tension the belts. I'm wondering if banging it there when I tried to put that spool on effed up the sensorless. Okay. This time I'm not going to touch it while it homes. Because it feels like it's moving pretty freely. Yeah, that's the thing with sensorless. This is honestly why I'm not a huge fan of sensorless on tool changers. It's just finicky. It needs to be a lot more, yeah. If this doesn't work, then I will do the actual, what it recommends doing. Loosening and playing around with it. Because I banged on that, I didn't know if that screwed up the sensoring. Does it have actual... They look like Gates belts. I can't see any text. There's text on it, but it's hidden right now. Like it's in the idler, so I can't read the text. We'll find out in a second. Yeah. Well, that's the thing with sensorless. If you bump it, it can throw off a value, and if you throw off one value, then it's like, oh shoot, it's all wonky. Okay, we're good. Follow the instructions. You align the pin with tool head socket. Okay. Next. adjusting tool head 1. Tap the button to adjust the position until the locating pin is centered in the tool head socket. Once aligned, tap next. Oh, I see. Okay. So this is a bit annoying because of the... This is going to be a bit annoying because of the way I have this set up. That looks lined up. That looks lined up to me. Next. I can't see. I think it looks good. I mean, it looks good. Next. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so the alignment looks good. Homing calibration, tool head calibration in progress. Estimated time 2 minutes. Okay. It's homing right now. Detect air printing is not on by default. Be sure to enable it. Okay. Oop. It seemed fine. Okay. Tap done to save the coordinates. Done. Saved. Your printer will now perform these calibration: multi-tool offset calibration, heated bed leveling, vibration compensation. Start. Homing. Is it mechanically? Yes, this uses mechanical for docking. There's a locking, unlocking. It uses the way this does it is more Prusa-like, where there's pins and it mechanically picks it up and locks it. Whereas the Creator 5, it uses the more E3D-esque, where there's like a servo for latching and unlatching. So. So I picked up tool 4. Homing. Oh, the bed's moving up. Okay, while it's doing that, I can remove these stupid stickers that are underneath. Here we go. So let's see, do these spools fit on here? Oh yeah, these fit. I'm going to use these spools instead of the sample spools just because I don't know. I don't want to load them all up with sample spools and then have to swap them around. I'm just being lazy. I'll just use the high-speed PLA here. Scary in the event of a crash. I mean, you'd be fine. It's homing right now. I got so much cardboard I gotta get rid of. What is on the floor here? Oh, this is my positron. There's where my positron went. Ugh. Like this is Jeff. Are you still here? This is one of those things that they don't tell you about when you become a YouTuber. All the damn cardboard. Holy shit. The moment you become a tech YouTuber, I swear, it's like you get cursed with like... Congratulations, you're just going to suffer from excessive amounts of cardboard and packing foam till the day you die. Like, you will never get rid of all this shit. It just keeps accumulating. Hope you have a big recycle bin. So many printers that... No, I took the positron off the shelf to show it off on a stream a little while ago, and I just kind of put it in front of the desk. And then a cardboard box was on it. So I'm like, what's under there? Oh, it's my positron. So we do have some extra clips. Do have an extra tube. Got a bunch of extra stuff. So yeah, this is actually a pretty good kit of printer accessories. You got those 4mm pins. Oh. Okay. It's doing calibration stuff. So I got to download Snorka, right? It is SNAPMAKER Orca. Is that like the go-to right now? Snorka? Download SNAPMAKER Orca. Sure, why not? Oh, it needs, I gotta push a button. Device calibration. Clean the nozzle with a wire brush. Yeah. So now, we're gonna do the ever scientific brushy, 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 brushy. Okay. Heating nozzle. The brush even says SNAPMAKER on it. This is actually a really nice brush. Not gonna joke, this is actually a really quality brush. Ow, and it's sharp. Okay, so we're heating up the nozzle. To start, but mainline Orca is totally fine to use if you don't want to use another slicer. I mean, this printer or this computer is pretty much just for this channel. I don't have any personal information on here, and I don't use this computer for anything other than 3D printing shit, so I don't mind installing Snorka in this case. I mean, we already installed FlashForge's Orca, so... to do apples to apples comparison, since I want to do proper reviews on these two printers, I think it's best to compare them as they come from the factory with the provided software and slicers and whatnot, and profiles. Wiping nozzle 2. Brushy, brushy, brushy. Clean the nozzle with the wire brush. Brushy, brushy, brushy. Next. The nozzles are like fresh. Are these hardened nozzles? Do they come with hardened nozzles? I don't know if they come with hardened nozzles. They look hardened. They're dark. They're not brass. Specifications and parts. Stainless steel. Yeah, they are hardened. They're hardened. Stainless. I wouldn't feed this machine nothing but like glow in the dark filament nonstop. But if you need to do a quick print with some like glass filled stuff, you're probably not worried. It's when you start like, okay, this machine is going to print a lot of hardened materials. Yeah, you probably should get a dedicated like hardened nozzle. But stainless is good enough for like the occasional slightly abrasive print. So, like, it could be better, but it could be a lot worse. That is one thing, the Creator 5 does have hardened nozzles. But again, remember, the majority of people aren't printing hardened stuff. or abrasive stuff. Brushy, brushy, brushy. Well, that's what I'm printing on. Core 1.2 with the Diamondback nozzle has been printing Polymaker Polymid glass-filled nylon for the past couple days. All these parts in the garbage. All these parts in the garbage. What a waste. Okay, home, control, temperature, nozzle temperature. Let's melt out some gunky filament. Brushy, brushy? No brushy, brushy yet. ABS GF. That's what I've been, the Core 1 that I've been printing all the parts for the MOG kit. I'm printing all the frame parts in ASA CF08 from Polymaker. And I got a 3 kilogram spool feeding the printer. I've got one of my giant Pantheon dry boxes. Do I have an extra? I have the extra. Where's the extra? Oh, it's over here. Yeah, I have this big old dry box right here. Hopefully I can get this filament to feed. Residence test? Yeah, we'll close the door. I'm hoping this jam, because it's a partial jam, I'm hoping I could just heat the nozzle up to 290 and just let it force its way through. 250. Just like flow it out. Well, I got the Pantheon. So the Pantheon filament dry boxes, if you want to talk overkill. Okay. These are the dry boxes that come with the Pantheon. That's stainless steel. It's all sealed up. These are the dry boxes the Pantheon machines come with. I've tested it with it plugged. It will keep a 3 kilogram spool of glass-filled nylon at 20% humidity for months. It is sealed. Okay. Remove PI sheet before calibration. Okay. Next. Camera died. How did the camera die? Did I unplug it? I might have unplugged it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where's the power? No? Huh. Okay. Second here. Should be working. Calibrating tool head 1. Estimated time 12 minutes. There we go. Just restarted it. Okay, let's see. Can we extrude? Come on, extruder. I can hear you. Filament's coming out. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually fix that. That doesn't sound good. Okay, so we're letting this do that while I fix a jam on a Prusa here. Okay, let's see if I can flush this out. Okay, 1 second here. Loose gear? No, it's just a partial jam, partial clog. Just being a bit of a butt. I need something to flush it. Do I have any white nylon? I don't think I do. High-speed PLA, F it. We're gonna flush it. I mean, it's got to input shape every tool head. This is gonna take a minute. Okay, Fuji white PLA at 290 degrees. That should flush out any problem. Hopefully. I wish I got a bamboo feel. Never got a bamboo feels. Honestly, the thing with the tool changer is once you actually use a proper, real tool changer, you'll be like, what was I using before? Why was I using this other stuff? Elon just became a trillionaire. Who cares? I mean, he doesn't actually have any money. It's all stock. And I mean, if you want to become exit liquidity, go for it. Come on. I know you want to get that dang clog out. Having money is overrated. Oh. It's trying, dang it. It's trying. Oh, that might be it. I might have got it. Just borrow money. I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, he doesn't have any money. It's all assets that if were converted to cash would be worth money, but that's just how the stock market works, right? Nobody who's a billionaire actually has the assets, or actually, like, ain't nobody Scrooge McDucking in. Like, they're not Scrooge McDucking into a swimming pool full of money. Like, I'm just kind of blown away that a company that is like negative billions a year in revenue is worth that much. It just blows me away. Like, the stock market isn't real anymore, let's be honest. Touch with SNAPMAKER contact. I want to make their logo available in Fluid Mainline, but want the permission. Pedro, I don't know who to contact for that. Like, I have a rep, but I don't know if that's... Like, I don't know if Blaine's the guy you need to talk to about that. It's almost there. I can see it. Cold push on the Prusa. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to flush it out. Cold pull it. But everyone is ignoring me about the giveaway spool that hasn't arrived. John, ask in their Discord, because I don't have any access to their system. I basically just like forward the information to them and then they contact you. So I would open a ticket in their Discord. That's what they have told me to tell people to do in the past. If you have an issue with shipping and getting your spool, open a ticket on their Discord. That's like that's what they've told me to tell other people. I'm gonna try this stupid, I'm gonna poke the nozzle, see if that helps. Never actually use these stupid little thingies. Somebody with essential tremor should not be. Oh. Kinda worked. Oh, that's why. Get a little mushy. Are we still doing? It's still doing its thing. It's input shaping every tool head, so it's taking a minute. Okay, let's see here. Stupid jam. Thing is, I can't just swap the nozzle because I need a hardened nozzle for this. So I'm hoping I can get this. Oh, there we go. Now it's flowing. Temperature. Where's cool down? Cool down. Oh yeah, that is flowing some PLA. That PLA is gushing out of that nozzle. That's what she said. Okay, still doing the last tool head. Probably should have did that with the door closed, but I don't think it's a big deal. Oh wait, no, it's not doing input shaping. It's doing calibration for X, Y. Yeah, the pokey worked. The pokey worked. The hokey pokey worked. So now I gotta reload my ABS. Let that feed in. Ooh. Look at all that filament. Look at all that. Look at all that. Okay. Are you serious? Did you jam up the moment you fed that in? Really? Cursed. Cursed. Ah, shit. And it broke. Okay, I really got to play around with that ALF stream. Okay. I mean, it was feeding the PLA fine and then it just jammed up again. Okay. Multi-tool offset calibration. Place the PI sheet back on the bed. Okay. Next. Heated bed leveling. Okay. Out after poking it, maybe some debris. That's what I'm thinking. I gotta double check here. Double check here. I mean, we gotta wait for that nozzle or that bed to heat up anyway, so. Okay, so that's that. I will say one thing that is annoying with the Prusa printers is the way the tool head is, getting at it for maintenance can be a bit of a butt at times. Yeah, that's filament jammed in there. Yeah, there's clogged filament in there. Fun. Oh, still doing. So yeah, this is a bit involved with the testing and the calibration, it looks like. There we go. Okay, so grab our filament, feed you in, cut a bunch of this off, snip, snip. Okay. Why aren't you going? You got filament stuck in the top. You got filament stuck in the top. How do you got filament stuck in the top? I mean, on the bright side, this taking this long to do all the calibration is giving me time to F around with this printer. There we go. There we go. That goes there, that goes there. There we go. Loading filament. Turn off. You are ASA. Hopefully this works. What's the extruder? It's a Core 1L. I just had a pretty hard jam with some carbon fiber filament. First time I've had that thing jam up. It's a bit annoying, but first time for everything. Make sure the spool is moving freely on here. On the roller. Yeah, it's moving freely on the roller, so we're good there. There we go. Yeah, I cut off a long chunk of this filament. It is warm in here. Do I look warm? I think it's just the camera's white balance is a little out. How is my, okay, the AC isn't drawing more air out, luckily. What time are we at anyways? Okay, yeah, we're only gonna have time for like a... That clog is still in there. Can hear it. try poking it. Poke it, poke it, poke it. If I can find the hole. Purge more. Yeah, there is definitely a clog in there. That is, there's like a chunk of carbon fiber in there or something. There we go. There we go. Purge more. There we go. I got it. I just kind of shoved the thing in the hole while the filament was trying to come out, and you could feel like it just kind of so hot, hot, hot. There we go. Yes, we're good. We are good. Auto-retracting filament. I think we're good. Okay. Print, print, print. There we go. What are you calibrating on right now? Heated bed leveling. Okay. Which one's one? This is one. Oh. I think I broke it. I broke it. There we go. One. Nope. There we go. Okay, one. Two. Three. Four. No, I just snapped the little arm, popped out, I just popped it back on. Leveling progress, 153. Oh, it's doing a full bed mesh. Use the feeders to prep the filament loading while you wait. No, because it's doing a bed mesh. I mean, it shouldn't take too long to get this filament loaded, I'm hoping. I need to find some TPU. I gotta find my black TPU. I'm hoping I have some black TPU somewhere. I gotta print a bunch of stuff for the MOG in TPU, and all I have is like red and blue TPU. It's like, hopefully I have some black somewhere. What filament did I load? This is just high-speed PLA that it's FlashForge filament. They gave me 4 spools, and considering I already printed a bunch of stuff on the Creator 5 with this filament, I'm going to print the exact same things on this machine in the same filament, so we could do a direct one-to-one comparison. But all I'm hoping to do today is just print the demo print that comes with it, because we only have like an hour and 10 minutes left in the stream anyways. I do have Snorka. I did put Snorka on it. Vibration compensation. Okay. How does the build quality feel? Feels fine. Same as other sub $1,000 3D printers I've played with. The panels have felt a little clipped on, but I don't think that's anything other than cosmetic. Which one was better, the SNAPMAKER? The Flash Forge was a much quicker setup. The Flash Forge was a much quicker setup because they had this whole assembly back here with like all the tools, and the mount was all one piece. So it calibrated quicker, and getting it set up was a lot quicker. You could check the stream out. Like, both streams, we pretty much went right into the unboxing and setup, and within a 2-hour stream, we were printing on the Creator 5, whereas we're about to hit the 2-hour mark and we still haven't pushed plastic yet. But it's mostly just calibrating. It's like, oh, this one you had to screw in a bit more things. Like, now it's doing input shaping. So now it's doing its little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle thing. Plus, it's also why I wanted to put 4 full spools on it for input shaping. So, to the older XL. Well, the thing is, like, I'm not going to do a comparison about comparing these to the XL, because the XL is in a completely different class. It's an older machine, built completely different. I wouldn't hold them in the same kind of category as these newer machines. These newer machines are built completely different. The way the frame is, like, they're just kind of different design goals, different manufacturing methods. Comparing this to a Core 1 with Index would make more sense than comparing this to an XL. If that makes sense. Chat overlay froze. Okay. Refresh. There we go. So don't forget, we do have, if you are interested in purchasing a SNAPMAKER U1, it is currently on sale. It is currently on sale right now. Normally $9.99. It is on sale for $150 off. So it's currently $849 US if you are interested. And if you do want to grab one, I do have an affiliate link below. If you want to help support the channel at the same time while you get yourself a snazzy new tool changer. I normally don't do affiliate links with companies I haven't worked with before, but SNAPMAKER, I've known them for a while. And I've heard so many good things, and the way they've been operating towards like open source support and that sort of thing has basically kind of like, okay, I'm not hesitant about promoting them via an affiliate link, just because they seem like a pretty legit company when it comes to things I agree with. So we do have that. And then also, while you're down there, just click the link. Even if you're not buying, just click the link, check it out, take a look at it. Because all the information about the printer that you may ask, like, how big is it? It's all on here. Look, it's 270 millimeters cubed. It's all on there, and also lets them know that people are actually watching the stream and checking out the links and whatnot. So it helps me in the back end kind of thing. And then while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you do want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. If you are a channel member or Patreon supporter, you get videos early, extra channels in the Discord, members only streams, that sort of thing. And then don't forget, at the end of stream, which will be around 2 p.m. EST, so in a little over an hour, we are giving away a spool of polymaker filament. So enter below, link below. So they haven't rolled out an emoji. That is so weird. I'm assuming emojis are still kind of a thing over in Asia, because emojis are not a thing here anymore. Device calibration done. Next, the filament loading procedure. Loading filament. Okay, start. Install spool shoulder to the shoon, insert filament into the feeder until the indicator confirms proper seating. The system will advance the filament to the designated position. Automatic loading will finish upon print initiation. Okay, so spool 1 is some white high-speed PLA. Put a little notch on that, feed that into 1. Okay. Spool 2. It does, it is a little loud. The feeder here is a little on the loud side, I will say. Spool 4. Or 3. Oop. Don't want it popping off and tangling. So hopefully these are only used to feed and not used as like buffers, so we don't have to listen to it the whole time it prints. And 4. Okay, so that's all loaded. That is nice to have. Auto filament loading. Got it. Editing filament profile. Okay, so click. So filament type. Sure, snap speed PLA. White. Save. And you are green. Save. You are blue. And you are red. Next. Okay, start. Let's print your first model. Start. We're going to print a dragon. It's got a little dragon print in there. Here displays the model of amount of filament used. Got it. Okay. So it's saying this little dragon we're going to use. We're going to use blue for the eyes. There we go. Oh, we could change the colors. Okay, what color do we want the dragon? We want the dragon to be green. We want him to be green. The yellow, we want red. We want the eyes to be blue. And the white can be white. There we go. Next. Heated bed, dynamic flow calibration. We'll do a time lapse too. Why not? Print. There we go. Camera is visible. And there we go. Printer is doing stuff. So let me get this camera set up so you guys can actually see what's going on. See what we can get. Don't know if we can get high enough. We kind of can. There we go. Vision miner. I haven't put anything on the bed. If this print needs a little something on the bed, I will. But I don't have. I need to get paper towels. I'm all out of paper towels out here, so I have nothing to wipe the bed down with. Fortunately. Oh. So it is. It does use this to load filament, but it's not as annoying when it's just pumping it up. When it's doing the big load, it is a bit annoying. But when it's doing just a little, it's not too loud. So are we purging? Are we purging? I can't see. Are we purging? I can't see. I'm assuming we're doing something. Auto-loading filament. Okay. I do like how it has the option when you load up the file that you can change the colors at the console. So if you're using this machine in some sort of production setup where it's like, oh, I'm printing, you know, a ton of Wubby Duckies for whatever reason, you could sit there, print a batch, and then if you want to print another batch but change the colors, you could just change the colors on the screen. You don't have to reslice it. So you can like load it up with a bunch of pre-sliced stuff and just change the colors and go on the screen itself. So. Yeah, so it did purge a bunch of white filament into the purge bucket. which is more of a prime bucket because we're not really purging filament, we're priming. Yes, my floor is a mess. Just gonna... There we go. You don't need to see that. You don't need to see that. There we go. You have a pay money wubby ducky? What, you don't have a little wubby ducky? You can make one yourself. Chelsea did the model years ago. I printed a whole batch of these on the XL for testing it back in the day. They just kind of, I have like a dozen of these floating around in the shop upstairs and downstairs. They're like just kind of floating all over the place. Did I wash the bill plate? Nope. I probably should wipe it down, but I don't have any paper towels. I gotta find some paper towels. I have ISO. How many paper towels? I think I gotta go downstairs to get some paper towels. 1 second, I'll be back. I'll be back. Oh, okay, we gotta hit up Costco for paper towels. There we go. Side note, here's a pro tip. This is like the bottle of ISO you can buy at like Costco. There we go. Buy these. I don't know where you could buy these. I stole these from work. But they're little screw-on caps that have a little spigot that you can close and open. And they screw onto the Costco bottles of ISO. I don't know, these are Costco Canada bottles of ISO. So now it doesn't leak. And then you have a little spigot for doing whatever, and then you just close it back up. And then when it's empty, you just unscrew it off that bottle and put it on the next bottle. I don't know where I got them. I stole these from work. I stole these from work when I worked at the mold shop. I grabbed a whole bunch of them. I had them in my toolbox. 99%. That's what Costco sells. They sell these in 4-packs for like 10 bucks. It's been a while since I've had to buy. I stocked up a while ago, so I haven't had to buy some in a while. I don't like the spray bottle, because the spray bottle, it misses it and it gets everywhere. It's more controlled. I'd rather like just put some on something and wipe it down, or drip it on the bed. Because I find the spray bottles, it gets on all the panels and everything, and a lot of times it causes them to crack or discolor or whatever. So I'm not a huge fan of spray bottle ISO. .99% ISO is a Costco Canada thing. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, it's always funny whenever, like, I remember seeing like, oh yeah, you get 90%. I'm like, 90%? I'm like, shit, 99. Up here in Canada, we do things right when it comes to our alcohol, apparently. Okay, what is the 247? Oh look, it's just fluid. I haven't used fluid in forever. Okay, where's the webcam? How do you add webcam? Where is... Oh man, I haven't used fluid in forever. Cameras? Enable. Yeah. Tool, warning, general. How, configuration. No. Tune, system. How do I view the camera? Add camera. Do I have to add? Add camera. Add. Where is it in the overlay? How do I... Oh, here's the camera. Oh, it's error. Alright, camera's error. Okay, I'll figure it out later. Yeah, camera's throwing an error. I mean, it's just the fact that it's running Clipper with Fluid. I prefer mainsail, but Fluid's fine. You can just pull it up. Like, I love the fact you can do that. By the way, the Core 1L is printing beautifully now. Fortunately, that print will now finish after I go to bed instead of before. So, what are we doing right? Preheating, heated bed. Okay, I'm gonna actually it's PLA, so I'm just gonna leave it open. Fortunately, I don't think I can get this high enough for you guys to see the first layer. I mean, you can, I think. Yeah. You're not gonna have the greatest view. It's the only downside. Like, the thing is, this is all plastic. Like, I think this is all plastic. So they could have had a better view. I don't get why people complain. The amount of times I see people complain online, like, I can't see my first layer. It's like, bro, this isn't like 2017. You don't have a clapped out ender. Your printer should just be fine. You shouldn't have to worry about first layers anymore. If you are buying a printer in today's day and age and you're worried about your first layer, your printer you shouldn't buy that printer. You're like, it is 2026. You should not be babysitting first layers anymore on a printer. Make sure your bed's clean. Put a little vision monitor on that shit. I put that shit on everything. Hit print, walk away. You should not have to worry about first layers anymore. Like, also, pretty much every printer has a camera. Look at the camera if you can't see the first layer. Like, I don't get this whole, oh, I need to have a good view of my print as it's printing. It's like, are you a YouTuber? Are you using your prints for content? If so, yeah. But if you're just a dude making shit, who cares how this printed? You don't need to watch this print. I'd rather the printer be designed better. Like, it doesn't affect print quality. It doesn't affect printer operation. So it doesn't have adaptive mesh, which is a bit annoying. Do I use Vision Miner for all my filaments? Pretty much my standard SOP with every printer I have. With every printer I have. Textured PI bed. I don't care what kind of brand. I'm not tied to any brand of textured PI. 99% of the time I'm using the textured PI sheet that comes with the printer, unless it's the satin sheet. I prefer satin over textured PI, but pretty much only Prusa's come with satin, or you have to buy a satin bed. So I have a couple printers that have aftermarket satin beds, but they were like given to me. I haven't actually gone out to buy them. So textured or satin PI, clean the bed really good, wipe it down with ISO, make sure there's nothing on it, put a thin coat of Vision Miner, you're done. That's it. That's all I do. I don't bother with these cold plates. I don't bother with glue sticks. Literally, this shit with this brush on the bed, I move on with my life, and I've never had an issue. So, yeah. Do not use Vision Miner with TPU? I have, and it's never been an issue. Because I just print TPU on every printer. Like, that printer I print TPU, the Mark IV you see right there, that's in the enclosure, that's my TPU machine usually. I've printed with Vision Miner on the bed with TPU. It's a little sticky, but it's never had a problem. But it's also a satin bed, so I don't know if that helps. What do I have up here? Oh my god, how many Prusa beds do I have? I gotta go through. I have so many smooth Prusa beds. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these. Every time I get a Prusa, it comes with like 3 beds, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the XL7, 7 Prusa. So I have like 20 something Prusa beds just floating around right now. Smooth PI. I'm not a fan of smooth PI. I prefer textured PI. I like the look of textured. How is our first layer? Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Spare for the switch wire. I don't even know if the switch wire has a bed on it. It doesn't have a hot end in it. This is a 3-hour print. So unfortunately, this print will not finish before the stream ends. We don't have enough time, unfortunately. You know what? Actually, here, we'll do this, right? Watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch this, watch this. We're gonna do a little arts and crafts. See if I can make this work. Okay, 1 second. See if this works. Oh, that one. Okay, you go there. You go there. You go there. There we go. So as long as we don't input shape our way off a desk, we're good. As long as we don't input shape our way off a desk. Tripod. What are you doing? It doesn't say. Cooling down? What are you doing? Pre-extruding. Oh. Oh, it might be doing a, like a prime thing with all the nozzles. Johns, what did Johns do? We should go Stratasys and use a new build plate. I mean, let's be honest, people using Stratasys machines are probably printing stuff where they're making enough money off the print that the cost of the build plate is marginal. Like, I'm pretty sure Stratasys machines also always print on a raft just so they can ensure that the first layers are always even. Like, think about it. If you're printing something that needs to be geometrically accurate, if you can't guarantee that bed is always perfectly flat, printing on a raft makes sense, especially if you're printing in an oven. So I kind of get it. I kind of get it. So we have our extra hot end here. $200 before the first filament jam is okay. Let's see here. Tune. Let me see here. Info. Printer statistics. Statistics. My Core 1L, the Core 1L that I have, has 24 days and 5 hours of print time, and I had my first filament jam for comparison. So that thing has, I have 24 days of printing on my Core 1L. It has printed 4.5 kilometers of filament so far. It's had 0 power fails. Nice. How many hours is that, calculator? So 24 times 24. 24 times 24. 576 hours. Like, if you print with filled filament, you gotta have to understand there's always a chance of a jam. It just, if you print with filled filament, there's always a chance of a jam. I mean, here's the thing. Jams are not a when will it happen, or jams are just a when will it happen. A jam can happen at any point. It can happen with 20 hours on a printer. It can happen with 1,000 hours on a printer. Jams are more of a filament side thing than a hot end thing, because something got into there and jammed the nozzle. Unless you have like a heat creep issue. Like if you have like a proper, like what I had on the Core 1 here, where I literally had something clog the nozzle that had to get flushed out, that has nothing to do with the printer. That can happen to any printer, right? It's kind of why if you have a printer that you print a lot of filled filaments on, you kind of want to print with like a 0.6 nozzle, not a 0.4. 0.4s are a little jam happy with filled filaments, I find. So. Shouldn't the fan be running? That's the part cooling fan. It might be disabled for the first couple layers. We'll see. A lot, like I run my slicers where I disable part cooling for the first couple layers. I mean, the fan moves freely, so it's not like there's a jam in there. Jam, just lucky. Yeah, it depends on the filament too, right? Like years ago, I think it was Sunlu. There was a brand of Sunlu. I think it was Sunlu. There was Sunlu ABS that came into Canada on Amazon. This is like, we're talking like 2019, 2020 era. I bought a couple spools because it was on sale on Amazon Canada, and I had really good results. Shit printed like butter. So I bought a case of it, and that shit, it printed like butter. It was great. I was using it for PIF. And then I bought another case of it. That's when everything went to bad. That second case I bought of it, so I bought a couple spools. I liked it. I bought a 10 pack of it. It worked great. I used it all. Then I bought like another 10 pack. Of the 10 pack, I threw out about 6 of the spools because they were contaminated. There was literally like FOD, foreign object debris, in the filament that would jam up the nozzle so hard I had to throw away the nozzles. So you can just have a bad day, essentially. Yeah, see, the part cooling fan's going, so. How big is the bed? 270 millimeters. So if you want to know all the specs about the printer, click the link in the video description below. That'll take you to the page for the printer, the SNAPMAKER U1. It has all the information on there if you want to check it out. So if you click the link, it goes to the printer. Right now, the SNAPMAKER U1 is on sale right now for $850. So it's $150 off right now. It is on sale. SNAPMAKER is having a whole 10th anniversary sale. So a bunch of other stuff is on sale, but we're focused on the printer today. So if you do want to purchase it today, it is an affiliate link. It helps support the channel and you save a bit of money as well. But yeah, these are all your specs right there. So, and if you want to know more, it's all down here. Just click specs and this has all your information. So, comes with 26 gigs of eMMC. That's nice. And the fact that it's running just bog standard, like it's running Clipper. So even if you don't want to install anything on any device in your household on your network that has a web browser, you can just punch in the IP address and pull up monitoring for your printer. Like this thing was sliced and put on the printer when? Tell me, oh, do they, history. Yeah, so I only have the one print on it. But yeah, like the fact that you could just you don't need to install an app. You don't need to go through their slicer to monitor your printer. You could just pull your phone out and scroll right. Oh, there it is. I want to see if it tells me when it was uploaded. Modified April. So April was the last, is when this printer was set up, I think, it looks like. So yeah, so if you're concerned, as always, for those that don't know, whenever we play around with a commercial printer, we don't install apps. We try to avoid services. Disclosure, I use Prusa Cloud because I kind of trust Prusa more than some other companies. But we don't install apps. We don't sign up for an account. Like, I'm a firm believer, if you buy a printer, it should be able to fully function without you having to sign up for some service. The printer, you should be able to take it out of a box, put it on your home network, and send a file from a computer to the printer and not have to go to the internet at all. So. And also, while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Don't forget, at the end of stream, we're giving away a spool of polymaker filament, so enter for your chance for that. And if you do want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. It's the best way to support the channel. I will say I am a little disappointed I'm seeing carbon fiber rods. I'm not a fan of carbon fiber rods. They are a wear item. So I much would have preferred to see some steel rods there. You can get hardened hollow steel rods if you're worried about weight, but I'm not a huge fan of carbon fiber rods personally, just because they are a wear item. So SNAPMAKER filament is rebadged polymaker. A lot of filament is rebadged polymaker, or at least Polymaker's parent company. Where? Yeah, where? It's a war item. Might not be able to drag and drop move files, so I ended up adding that. I know. Just anything that makes it easier to use and less annoying, I'm all a fan of. The XL5 tool. The XL does have advantages. There are advantages of it, especially if you already use Prusa machines. It is also a much bigger machine. And 5 tools, you would be surprised how often 5 is better than 4 when it comes especially to multicolor prints. This little duck right here, this is a 5-color print. You can't do this little duck with a 4-color printer. So you'd be surprised at how often 5 is you want. That's one of the kind of the good things about the index system is how compact it is. So a lot of these size machines are going to be limited to 4 tools, simply for the fact that the machines are only big enough to support 4 tools. Like, you physically can't fit all the tools. Index is much more compact, so you have more room to shove tools in the same area. So. Box turtle weighs so much. Any multi-materials. Multi-material systems do have their place. I have a VVD. It's nice. But they're best used, in my opinion, for filament management and in a pinch multicolor. So like, hey, I need to print a whole plate of Voron parts. Okay, I can load up 2 spools of the main color, And that way, if I run out, it switches over to it flips over to the other one. So I have filament run out. And then, okay, I need to switch over to the accent color. I could just tell it load the accent color. And I don't have to like come out to the garage and swap the machine over, right? So filament management and rollover is where multi-material systems shine. And in a pinch, you could do multicolor on them, but I wouldn't do it regularly because of the time wastage and the filament wastage. So I think a lot of people like the whole bamboo way of doing it with the multi-material system, or even the Prusa MMU before it. Those are fine systems and functional, and they do work. But now that we have proper tool changers out, we're okay, right? Are we gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Much, and guess what? That prime that it's doing back here, we don't even have to do that. If you got your stuff sliced correctly and the model allows it, you don't even need to do the prime. You just do infill before walls and you prime to infill essentially. So if you under extrude a little bit at the start, who cares? It's infill. You're not going to see it. So 5-second tool changes with no waste, yeah, you can't compete with that. I'm sorry. Multi-material systems, as awesome as they are for functionality purposes and cost, the moment you are like, oh, I need to print a lot of multicolor things, tool changer. How many index would fit in a Trion 350? 8 or 9, I believe. I think we're going to try and put 8 in mine. Does the fan turn off every time it docks? It's got to turn off because it's got no power, unless it's got a big cap in there. Is the fan turning off? I'm listening. I know the fan is powered by Pogo, but I'm wondering if there's like a capacitor or something in there to keep the fan kind of going. So I'm listening right now. Yeah, I think the fan's turning off. So one thing I might be a little worried about, if anyone in the chat is an electrical engineer, are we wearing out the fan doing this? It is constantly turning on and off the fan like this. Is this shortening the life of the fan, essentially? So is that part cooling fan something gonna wear out before normal, or yeah? Is it brushless? It's a fan. No, it's not wearing out the fan. So starting and stopping the fan repeatedly like that isn't putting undue stress on it? Okay. Same as PWM? Okay. Fans are cheap. Yeah, but it's a yellow fan. Fun fact with the XL, when printing ABS for a while, it gets warm enough inside to turn on. That happens to my printers in the garage. If I come out in the garage, like when I came out in the garage last night, if you notice, all my printers that I'm not using right now are off because it's summer. If I leave my printers on, all the fans turn on. It gets up to like here, I'll show you. Last night in my garage with 2 Core 1s and a Core 1L running, and I had a filament dryer running as well. In my garage last night, it was 37 Celsius. This is at 8 o'clock at night, by the way. So, yeah. Basically, all my clipper machines, I've had to tell them, don't turn the controller fans turn on at 30-something Celsius. And I had to tell them all also not to air out if the beds drop below -10, because in the winter they would all air out because it would get below freezing out here at times. So. It's been between 27 and 30. Yeah. I mean, the Prusa Core 1L right now inside the chamber is 57 Celsius inside the Core 1L. So for those that are like, oh, Prusas need chamber fans. No, they don't. The Core 1s are currently sitting at 50 Celsius. So, yeah. They get toasty. They get toasty in there. Anyone going to Murph? I wish I was, but I'm not. I was gonna go to Murph this year. I didn't go last year. I was gonna go this year because I have it in an air-conditioned room for once. But it's our anniversary. Well, yesterday was our anniversary, and we're gonna go out for dinner this weekend. So, yeah. Doesn't it take forever to heat up to that level? No, not really. I mean, what I do is I start the print once the chamber hits about 45. I start the print, and by the time I'm on the 3rd or 4th layer, the chamber is at 55 already usually, and then it just keeps going up from there because it's hot as shit out. Like, I'm sitting in a little cold bubble right here because I literally have an air conditioner blowing cold air on my back. It's also filling up a pot of water with all the humidity it's pulling out of the air. What kind of food? I don't know. We're just going to go out for dinner tomorrow, probably. Yeah, 10 years. 10 years of marital bliss. Uh-oh. It jammed again. Son of a bitch. It jammed again. It jammed again. It jammed again. It is disgustingly hot in Ottawa. I know. Well, it's the humidity, right? I'm down in Windsor. We get the same issue you guys get up in Ottawa. I spent a summer in Ottawa. I spent the summer of 2010 living in Ottawa, and it was hot as shit on times. We had a couple heat waves where it's like, yeah, we're not working outside. It's too hot. Hope to go to Smurf for my next convention. Nice. Belgian chocolates. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a cold pull on this. Not a huge fan of doing cold pulls on a Core 1. Not a fan. The neck extruder isn't exactly the best at cold pulls. Hot! Oh my god, this chamber is hot. Okay, control, temperature, nozzle temperature. Let's just crank that nozzle up to 290 and burn it out. How hot is that frame? Where's my laser? Where's my temperature laser thingy? In here? Where's my temperature laser thingy? Did I bring it inside? I might have brought it inside. Yeah, I might have brought it inside. Actually, I gotta charge this guy up. Yeah, the frame inside the Core 1 is too hot to touch. Like, the frame inside the Core 1 is hot. Bust out the grill yet? Oh, I've been grilling. I cleaned it all the other day. I did my annual clean of the grill, and there's actually a way to do a cold pull on this thing. Okay, what filament? You're supposed to use like a nylon for cold pulls, right? Forgot that the Core 1s actually have a cold pull setting. Okay, so we unload the filament. Supposed to use a nylon for cold pulls, right? Do I have any nylon out here? Nylon and PETG both work, yeah. I might have to support filament. Do I have any nylon out here? What are you? Yeah, you're PETG, you'll work. Oh, it's carbon fiber ABS. And I thought I got the jam out, and I guess I didn't. Okay. So, let's see how well the Prusa cold pull setting works. Filament. Return, control, access. Do I do steel challenge? I used to do IPSC. I used to do IPSC and IDPA. And, well, USPSA when I went into the States. Welcome to the cold pull wizard. Make sure that peel fan unload. Cooling the nozzle. Don't touch the extruder. Okay. No, that's the nozzle clogged. I was loading some PETG in there. We're going to try the... I've never actually used the Prusa cold pull wiki or macro, so we're giving that a try right now, seeing how it goes. But this is going good so far. How's the print looking? The print's actually looking pretty good. Let's enjoy the fact that this is a camera that I can do this with. Slip right in. How's this print looking? How's the print looking, guys? Is it looking good? How's the print look? You guys got a good view of the print? How's it look? How's it look? Is it looking printy? It's looking like a print. The print's looking print-tastic. First layer is bad. First layer is fine. Enhance. Enhance. Printer is printing printingly. It is. It is. And then after this print finishes, what I'll do is I will load up the chameleon model, and I'll get the chameleon model printing off stream. Yeah. Or we'll do that tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll get the chameleon going. Or actually, no, we'll do the chameleon during the stream. A blob floating around the plate? Where? I don't see any blobs. Where? What blob? Are you talking about back here? That's the tail. We do have a little bit of stringing, but it's within infill, so I'm not concerned. Tool changers do have a tendency to just be a little wispy when it comes to stringing. You tend to get a little stringy because it's doing so many retractions and movements off the print itself and back onto the print when it's like heating, the nozzle still hot, so oozing is just a thing. So it's just kind of nature of the beast kind of thing. So. Time is it? 1:40. So we got 20 minutes left on the stream. So don't forget, if you haven't entered for your chance to win some polymaker filament, link in the video description. So cooling the nozzle. Don't touch the extruder. Okay. Let's see what we get. Those DCs. What DCs? The empty DCs, what's a DC? Does SNAPMAKER have its own print model repo? I haven't really looked into it, and I'll be honest, I don't really care. I go wherever I don't use like any specific company's model repository, and I find a lot of them are just redundant. Like, is SNAPMAKER's model repository any better than Printables or Thangs or Thingiverse or MakerWorld? There's too many of them. Enough people already have my data. I go where I need it. Oh, data center. Oh yeah, data centers. Yeah. Oh, don't worry, they're all going to be in space soon. I'm sure that'll go well. Dumbest thing in the world is space data centers. Anyone who falls for that is just, oh my god. This bubble is gonna be insane when it pops. Are the carbon rods glued in? I don't know. I have not looked into a teardown of this. I would check if Vector 3D has a video on tearing this down. Yeah, AI data, we'll only need a few square kilometers of radiators to take. Yeah. I mean, it's unviable. It's not that space data centers are impossible. You can make a space data center. It can be done. The problem is, it is not worth it. Because the only advantage they have is, oh wow, 24-hour solar power. Okay, we can do solar on the ground. You just need batteries at night, and you take an efficiency hit. But the fact that to build a ground-based data center, you go data center. Space, you got to put it up in frickin' space. And you got to put it in an orbit where when it decays, it burns up. So you're only getting a limited lifespan out of them. You're not able to service them. They have to be in a specific orbit because it's like the Starlinks. If one fails, they need to burn up on their own. So they can't be in a high orbit, which means they have a limited lifespan. So you're constantly going to be burning up GPUs. Everything that goes up is going to burn up. It just becomes so inefficient and costly for like the only benefit is free power. That you could still get on the ground. You can get free solar on the ground. It's just you need a battery at night and you need slightly more panels because of the efficiency losses. Well, you can't do maintenance on it. I seen a picture where somebody's like, oh, in the animation it showed how easy they come out, so therefore they're easy for maintenance. It's like, bro, you really think they're going to send up some guy to replace racks of GPUs on 20,000 satellites? It's not worth it. Latency is a killer. Yeah, well, latency is a problem too. It's not a huge issue if it's just doing compute, but if you're trying to do instant compute, latency becomes a thing. It's the cooling. It's radiating heat into nothing. You can radiate heat into space. The space station does it. But the space station isn't running racks of GPUs at max capacity. Like, it's just... doesn't make sense. Yet people fall for it. Need batteries on solid side. I know. Yeah. Like, I love that people are like, well, they're a space company. You think that the engineers know what they're doing. It's like, SpaceX is not a space company. They're an AI company. The engineers at SpaceX are space engineers. They weren't doing AI data centers until Muskie told them they had to, because he sold Grok AI to SpaceX to cover his debt. And soon enough, he's going to merge SpaceX into Tesla to hide that debt. Like, the whole thing is just passing the buck uphill. Remember Solar City? Remember when he said, oh, we have this company that we bought that's going to put solar panels on everyone's roof that'll look like shingles, and the entire country will be solar powered, and it's going to be so awesome, and nothing ever happened from that? I remember. Remember at the beginning of 2025 when they said they would be launching Starship 25 times this year? Like, it's nothing matters anymore. Nothing matters anymore. What does matter is this print is looking really good. This print is looking real good. Hyperloop. Oh yeah, Hyperloop. The whole point of Hyperloop was just to scam money out of people and to get California to abandon their high-speed rail with the promise of something better. That didn't work out. So I have never tried this cold pull macro on a Prusa, so I'm interested to see how it's going to work. While I try and clean some fuzzies out of the fan here so that the fan works a little better. There we go. Cooling the nozzle. Okay. NVIDIA and CoreWeave and all these companies keep passing the same. Yeah, they... Have you seen the... We'll talk more about this on tomorrow's stream, because this is a SNAPMAKER stream, not an After Dark stream. But just look up the Three Stooges thing where they pay off each other's debt by passing around a $10 bill. Do I have a 6 mil nozzle? No, it's a 0.4, but I would put a bigger nozzle. The thing is, the parts for the MOG call out a MOG. I think it's MOG. MOG. They specify a 0.4 nozzle in certain layer heights and geometries and shit. Plus, I don't have any other hardened nozzles. The only hardened Nextruder nozzles I have are in machines right now. So I don't have, I have spare Nextruder nozzles. Oh shoot, I do have a spare one. Which one are you? Obsidian 0.4. Oh shit, I have an Obsidian. I don't know if this is clogged. If the cold pull doesn't fix it, I'm gonna put this one in. See if this'll work. This one might be jammed too. This might be why this one isn't in a printer. That one might be jammed too. We'll see. But yeah, the one I have in the Core 1L is just a regular hardened nozzle that came with the printer. Yeah, it's still jammed. I thought I got the jam out, but I did not. Anyone use Micro Swiss Flow Tech? I have not. I don't really use Micro Swiss nozzles. Remove the filament manually. Okay. That really didn't do anything. Continue. Cold pull successfully completed. Finish. Okay, I'm going to try the cold pull thing again. So let's try this cold pull thing again. Cold pull. Continue. Load. Inserting. Okay, let's see. Let's try this cold pull thing again. You swapped your SVO8 to Micro Swiss. Nice. I've heard good things about the Micro Swiss nozzles. I just haven't used them on anything because they tended to make nozzles for aftermarket nozzles for commercial machines. And the thing is, at the time, I don't really use a lot of commercial machines other than Prusas. So I just never got around to playing around with their nozzles because I never had Creality K1s or like Cheaty machines or like any of the ones that they made hot ends for. I just didn't. Well, can't purge. So that ain't working. Let's see here. Auto retracting filament. Okay, let's see what it says here. Hopefully the camera's on something you guys have fun looking at. Because right now I'm staring at a screen. Pushing filament to the nozzle. Okay, cooling the nozzle. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. Nope, you guys weren't looking at something cool. Dang it, sorry. We have unexpected full spectrum going on in the Prime Tower. That's something we got to play with. We might play around with that on the Tuesday stream, is play around with full spectrum. Because that's something I really want to play around with. And apparently it's in SNAPMAKER Orca already. So we'll play around with that on probably the Tuesday stream. On tomorrow's stream, we're just going to do another look at this. Just because today we spent a lot of time getting it set up. So tomorrow on the stream, we'll play around with SNAPMAKER Orca. We'll do we'll slice something on our own. We'll try it out and do that comparison. So yeah, SNAPMAKER hired a guy. Yeah. How is this machine? Well, it's, I mean, compared to the Vorons, I can't compare it to the Vorons because this is a different type of machine. This is a tool changer, most of my Vorons. Compared to the Stealth Changer, we haven't really gotten the Stealth Changer fully online yet. We still got to get it slicer set up and it printing good. Compared to the XL does 5 tools. So if you need a bigger machine and you need 5 colors instead of 4, the XL is better. If you're okay with a smaller machine and 4 tools, then this is better because it's a lot cheaper because you can buy 2.5 of these for the cost of a 2-tool XL. So even a little bit more now because it's on sale for 150 off. So if you want to buy one of these on sale right now, click the affiliate link below. So it depends on your use case and what you need the machine to use. So simple as that. Why is Prusa so expensive? They don't have the advantage of the government subsidizing a lot of their production. And things just manufactured in the EU cost more than things manufactured in China. Simple as that. Customer service, highly engineering, 13 developers that paid him. Yeah, well, that too. Like, there's more to it than that, but the basic gist of it is Prusa is a European company that manufactures in the EU. Yes, Czechia is one of the cheaper countries to manufacture in the EU, but they still manufacture in the EU with as much EU source components as possible. So it is what it is. Making shit in China is just cheaper than everywhere else. There's a reason all the CEOs move production to China, is to save money. So, like, it annoys the heck out of me anytime I see somebody in like a 3D printing forum who's like, well, Prusa knows they're expensive. They have to lower their costs if they want to compete. It's like, I think they know that. I'm pretty sure Prusa is very well aware of the fact that they are more expensive and that costs them sales. I'm pretty sure they know if they can sell stuff cheaper, they would, and they would make more money in volume at that point. But they don't want to fire their 1,000 employees, put them out of the job, and move production to China. So it is what it is. Is chat freezing again? Chat seems to be a little buggy today. Everyone quickly like the smash button and subscribe and see if that fixes it. Okay, the fact that I hit refresh and it's not showing up now. The overlay broke. The overlay's broken. Okay, maybe Stream Elements is having an issue. Or YouTube's having an issue with the API. Because it's no longer there. Prusa moved. They didn't really move production to the US. They started production in the US. So there was the purchase of Printed Solid. So Printed Solid is essentially Prusa America now, essentially. So they can manufacture in the US, allowing them to get around tariffs and allowing them to get contract sales. Because a lot of businesses, and especially education, they get like grants from the government to like, oh, hey, we'll give you grants or discounts or tax incentives to buy equipment for your business or school. But usually there's a clause in there where it's like, oh, it has to be, you know, an American product or something, right? Well, now Prusas are made in America, so that qualifies for that. So that gets them that book of business. I've heard that the Prusa Pro HT90 is very popular with some American entities right now. Uncle Sam apparently really likes the HT90 from what I've heard. So Prusa doing that allows them to do something that like Bamboo can't do, right? Yeah, I know. I wish we had a Canadian thing, but it is what it is. Yeah, up here in Canada, we don't even got frickin' Pantheon anymore. Pantheon's moving to the States. We ain't got no Canadian 3D printer companies. We have a filament manufacturer, Canadian Filaments in Alberta, and we have retailers like Voxel Lab. I think, is it Voxel Lab? I think it is. Voxel something, and I think there's a couple in Toronto. But we don't have a Canadian printer company, unfortunately, anymore. So. We have a couple. Yeah, we have a couple. Voxel's one. Yeah, that one's in Quebec, right? Voxel's in Quebec. There's like one in Montreal, I believe. Pantheon's moving. They're moving down to California, I believe. I got an email from them that they announced they were moving. It's simply their book of business. It makes sense. Who they sell the printers to are mostly American companies and American entities. So the fact that, you know, they have to deal with the tariffs and all that bullshit, it just makes sense for them to be set up in the States. It just, for who they sell to, it just, remember, they don't sell to people, they sell to companies, right? They are a B2B almost company. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, I'll give you guys 1 minute left to enter for your chance to win some polymaker filament, and then we are going to wrap it up because it's 2 o'clock and I gotta go get the little guy from school. And in America, companies are people too, I know. Can't they vote in Delaware now or something like that? H2C. Honestly, this, I think, dances around the H2C. The H2C is not a tool changer, it's a nozzle swapper. The fact that you still have to load and unload the extruder that makes it not a tool changer, in my opinion. In 3D printing, we like to fly fast and loose with definitions of things. And my personal definition of a tool changer is it can change from one tool to the other without needing to load or unload. Okay, if you need to load and unload the extruder, it is not a tool changer. It is a nozzle swapper with a multi-material system, at best. Okay, so the H2C, because the Vortex system still has the one extruder that has to load and unload from the AMS, it is not a tool changer. It's a nozzle swapper. So proper tool changers are pretty much better in every regard, in my opinion. I got a feeling, yeah, this ain't purging. Okay, temperature, nozzle temperature, we're gonna crank that. I'm gonna just melt this bitch out. Yeah, we're just gonna melt this bitch out. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. I do think Bamboo's thing is they went all in with the AMS, and they can't move away from the AMS because that will kill their product line. That's kind of my tinfoil hat theory, is Bamboo has basically invested all in on the AMS system, and AMS being the hub of their ecosystem. And if they were to go to a tool changer and have a tool changer printer, right, like an X3D or whatever they want to call it, although they would probably call it like an X4D because it has 4 tools or something like that, it would cost them sales, because why would you buy any of their other printers with an AMS if the moment they have a tool changer? It would basically negate their entire line of printers and obsolete them. And then they would be stuck with all these AMSs, because like these aren't good for multicolor. They're good for filament management and rollover. We all used them for multicolor, but now that tool changers have become abundant and cheap, and you can get them from multiple different manufacturers, $850. A 270 millimeter cube tool changer, all you got to do is put a hat on it and it can print ABS. That's pretty good. Come on. Of course Marvels doesn't want to work today. Close. Task manager. Let's kill the marbles. Also, for those wondering when Voron soon is, okay? Because people have been wondering and asking, when is Voron soon? Voron soon is soon. Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow. But soon. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? I have no idea who that is. How many bots we got? Names, clear, open. 266, there we go. Randomize. Let's do this one. Play. Isn't the U1 the only reasonable one? We've been playing with the Creator 5. Sovol's coming up with their M1D. That is a 6+1 tool changer. So one tool head that could change out 6 different tools, and then a dedicated index tool head. So it's a 6+1, which is kind of a weird form factor, but it's what they're doing. Creality has their Ecliptic system coming out. Infimec has their index clone coming out, and then we also have the index system. This is the year of the tool changer. Like, this is a year where, like, last year we saw the U1 come out, but this is like the year where we're like, okay, tool changers are becoming a thing now. And honestly, if your company doesn't have a tool changer, you're kind of getting left out right now, because the biggest growing segment in 3D printing right now is people buying printers that don't need printers to print landfill, and a lot of landfill is multicolor. So, okay, how this works is if you win a spool of filament, you win. But if I pick your ball and you win, you also get a free hat with your spool of filament. So good luck to this one right here. Who is that? Salty Day 512. If you win, you get a free hat. Good luck. Exclamation mark Zoom Zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark Gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell and subscribe to the channel. It'll actually grease your ball up and make it go even faster. I don't know if this map is one of those first to the finish or whoever goes the farthest one or closest to the middle, but we always go off of the whoever is number one with a green name. That's how we do it. We'll go off the leaderboard. And then don't forget, while we're letting this do its thing, if you haven't liked the smash button, like the smash button. If you want to help support the channel, consider becoming a channel member or Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. I'm not going to say it's going to increase your luck, but stranger things have happened. And then if you are interested in the SNAPMAKER U1, be sure to check out the link below. If you do wish to purchase it right now, it is on sale for $150 off. So if you do want to purchase the SNAPMAKER U1, I do have an affiliate link below. It'll help support the channel, and you're going to save some money, which is always good because the economy is in shambles. Oh, we got somebody else in the lead. Marcel gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. What am I doing for dinner tonight? I gotta figure out what I'm doing for dinner tonight. All I've had to eat today was 2 pieces of peanut butter toast and a coffee. Come on, don't lose your momentum. You're losing your momentum. You lost your momentum. Lewis is in the lead. Never mind, Lewis is not in the lead anymore. Come on. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go over to the, see who our winner is. Who is our big winner? Lance Wood with the win. Lance Wood with the win. Lance with the win. Okay, let me see if I can fix this quickly here. Let's see if we get this to work. Oop, nope. Go in. Okay, I'm gonna just quickly try and do a load on this and see if I can get this filament. Stop. Control. Move axis, extruder. Let's see if I can get this. I'm just gonna try and poke this bear here. Let's see if I can get this stupid jam out. Let's see if I can flush it out. Wow, it really doesn't. That nozzle is hard jammed. I mean, oh, you know what? It's ABS. Why am I doing this the hard way? I just melted out. I'm just gonna melt it out. Why am I doing it the hard way? I just melt that out. Acetone it out. Okay, so Lance is our winner. So let me pull this up here. Lance Woods, congratulations on winning your spool of filament from Polymaker. So you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Woo, golf claps in chat. Golf claps in chat for everyone. So this was fun. This was fun. I'm having a good time with this printer so far. The setup was a little bit more involved in the other multi-tool printer that we played with last week. But potato, tomato, you only set up the printer initially once, and once you get it up and going, then the real comparison begins. So tomorrow on stream, we will be using this printer again. We're going to be playing around with the slicer some more. So after this print finishes, I probably will slice up something and get it printing. But I'm just going to do something quick, because tomorrow we'll actually play around with the slicer properly, and we'll slice something and do a multicolor print tomorrow. We'll take a more in-depth look on the machine, explore a couple things and whatnot. And then probably on Tuesday, I kind of want to play around with the color, the true tone, or whatever, the full spectrum thing. So we'll play around with that on probably Tuesday. So we'll do the same thing we did with the Creator 5, where we'll do 3 streams in a row showing it off, because it's fun. Plus I got to start printing parts for the Trident R2 for reasons soon. It is Friday. So it's the weekend. Heck yeah. Lance, your email just went out, by the way. So I do want to give a huge shout out to SNAPMAKER. I want to give a huge shout out to SNAPMAKER. Don't forget, oh shoot, let me pull up the tab here that I closed. I keep closing it. Do want to give a huge shout out to SNAPMAKER. Don't forget right now, why do they have a pop-up? I don't want a pop-up. There we go. Okay, right now the SNAPMAKER U1 is on sale. It's on sale for 150 off. So if you want to purchase one of these machines, you can purchase it now for 150 off. It's their 10th anniversary sale. Use the link below. It is an affiliate link. It'll help support the channel along with you saving money. So that's good. So shout out to SNAPMAKER. They did provide this printer free of charge on the condition I do content with it, like you're seeing right now. Obviously, this is a live stream, so they're not seeing anything ahead of time. They're not paying me. The only thing is they materially sponsored the stream by sending the printer. So usual YouTube disclosure there. Also, shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we give away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more below. Some of them use code Canuck. Save a little money, like gamer subs, save a little money with code Canuck. And for those that donate to the channel, give the memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. This print, I'm gonna let it finish, obviously, and when the print finishes, I'll post pictures of it on the Discord and social media, so make sure you join the Discord if you haven't, linked below. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'm gonna let this do its thing. I'm gonna soak a nozzle in an acetone bath as well, try and clear jam out of that. And I think we'll call it there. I got to get a little snack in me, and then I got to go pick up a little guy from school. So, and then I'm going to play with concrete tonight. That's going to be fun. Y'all enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you all in the future. Good night.